Yes, yes, yes. It is all about peer pressure. It comes to everybody, regardless of your age, where you are. You can be in school, on the job, as you could see. It will hit you at any time. Sometimes you're aware of what's going on, and other times you're not. I'm Coach Deborah, and welcome to Thursday Live with Build Your Best Life. This month, we are talking about peer pressure will derail that blueprint. You can have it all written down, plain, got it from God, but those peers come into your life hating and they can derail everything. So, again, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate everything that you do, your prayers, your comments, your like, your shares. So, welcome, welcome, welcome again today as we dive into our topic today. So, I hope that you enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in, Deacon Holmes, Dan. Glad to see you here. And I think we're going to have fun with this one. So, my topic today is don't disregard the signs. Don't disregard the signs. And you know what I'm talking about. Now, just forget peer pressure altogether, but you still know what I'm talking about. You know how it is when you got this pain and you just don't know what it is. And everybody says, oh, you better go get it checked out. Well, I'm going to be all right. Give it a couple of days. I take some Advil, some Tylenol. You disregard the signs, and it may be something much worse. Well, that's what happens sometimes in relationships. We all need relationships. Relationships are an important aspect of our daily lives. People and the interaction that we have with people helps us in different areas, like with your mental health, your self esteem, and different things of this nature. But beware, not all peer pressure or people are good. Some are very negative and they may be out to get you. Yes. So if you believe something is wrong between you and your peers, or is something going on with one of your children, don't disregard the signs. And what I'm going to do today is to go through what some of those signs may look like. So if they are something that you have been witnessing in your own life, your son's life, nephew, your neighbor, anybody, beware. Because no matter who it is, it can be a family member, a very close friend, someone, guys say, well, why were you hanging out with him? You know that he was doing this and this and this. Well, I've known him since I was 3. It doesn't matter. So if you've known him since you were 2, if it's a family member, it doesn't matter. If they're not helping you in your life, in your relationships, Jocelyn, you got to let them go. You got to let them go. You cannot take them along on the journey. So we're going to talk about some signs that you need to be aware of and not disregard. The first one is sudden changes in behavior for no apparent reason. No apparent reason. So if you have a child, let's say they're in high school, they're making good grades, they're in different organizations, they seem to always be having fun, the life of the party. They can come home and you can be having a bad day, but 1 minute in the house with them and you are just laughing, just having a good time. And their friends love them, everybody. Oh, they're so mannerable. Love that child. You did a great job. Then all of a sudden, it's like, what do you want? You call their name. What do you want? They're always calling me. Grades began to slip. Phone rang, they're jumping. That's not usual behavior. That's not usual behavior. And sometimes we'll just say as parents, it's just a teenager. That's just their hormones. And you'll let it go. You cannot let it go. You have to pay close attention. That may be an early warning sign that something is going on. So it may be something small. It may be just the little first love fling and things are not going right. Or it may be peers that are pressuring them to do something that they don't want to do. And they don't know how to react to that. Or something that all of a sudden they want to do differently. They want to experiment with cannabis or something. And they know that that's not the right thing. They know it's wrong. They don't really want to do it, but their friends are doing it. So they kind of want to try it. So, the mention of you calling their name is like, hey, because they know that's not right. So any sudden changes in behavior, don't disregard it. Okay? Okay. The next one is no interest in attending school. Now, I know some of you may say, look, my child never wants to go to school. However, there are many that love to go to school. I was one of them. If my mom said, you can't go, it's raining too hard, or your nose is running, you can't go, I would cry. Oh, I want to go to school. I want to go to school. So I love to go to school. One of my grandkids, She loves to go to school. She doesn't like miss school. She don't like when the teachers have days out. She always wants to go to school. So if you have someone and they always want to go to school, if you or your spouse, your significant other, always want to go to work, always got that smile on their face and out the door, he's like, why are you leaving so early? Oh, I don't want to be late. I got things I got to do. But all of a sudden, don't want to go. I got to go to this job. I don't want to go to school. Why don't you want to go to school? Oh, my head hurts. Your head hurts? Well, just a few minutes ago, you were in there playing on your game. What do you mean your head? Well, my head just started hurting and it hurts really bad. I don't want to go to school. Well, they're testing this week. You need to try to push ahead. Oh, I can't. My head just hurts too bad. And if you're a close parent and you really pay attention to your kids, you know when they're not feeling well. So don't just disregard it. Oh, maybe they need a break. Maybe they're just tired. Oh, I'm going to let them stay home today. Now, if that's something that y'all decide and it's not anything special going on at school and they've had a lot of, just say it's been a week before that they've been testing a lot, they had to study, it's been stressful, and you decide you want to let them take a day off, that's fine. But if it's just out of the blue, all of a sudden, they want to take time off, they don't want to go to school, something's wrong, don't disregard it. Check out what's going on. Check out what's going on. It may be a problem. Mood swings. Mood swings. Here we go again. Oh, they're just going up. Teenagers are, well, he's a young man now. In college, want to be out on his own, has a lot of freedom. So, I understand. You don't want to be bothered with me. Are you sure? Are you positive that's what it is? I guess because they're getting a little older, they have more freedom, they may be away from home for the first time. That's not a reason to the moods just jump from here to here. It's just extreme mood changes, not just subtle changes, but I mean extreme changes. Again, you call that name and they want to bite your head off. Why? Just call your name to tell you dinner was ready. I know it's ready. I smell it. Okay, just because you smell it does not mean it's ready. Don't yell at me. You got your people mixed up. Besides that, what's really going on? You need to stay focused, stay on top of it. You don't want to let some things get away from you, because if they get too far out in left field, you may not be able to pull it back in. So there's something else that you want to pay close attention to. Mood swings, people have those. You have a lot of, especially if you work in business, professional setting, and you work with a lot of different people do have different social issues. You may work with someone that's bipolar. So some days they may be here, and some days they may be here, and some days they way down here. But you kind of like know that. And so you will look at those different things and, that's normal for them. Don't pay them any attention. They'll be fine tomorrow, a couple of days from now. However, if it's someone that's always here, always has that smile, always has that positive outlook on every situation, and they start having those swings that are here and here and here and here, just everywhere, don't disregard it. And you may be saying, yeah, but that's at work. Why should I pay that any attention? Have you never heard of active shooters, of people going postal? even though if it may not be your friend, but if you notice something going on, you maybe want to be a little wary. Is it really extreme? If it is, you may have to go to a management and say, hey, I'm not trying to call anybody out, but I've noticed this behavior and it's out of character for this particular person. So maybe you can talk to them. Maybe they're just having some issues at home, whatever. I don't need to know that, but I just want to make you aware because I know you're not over in this area very often, but it is very unusual for them to act that way. Because if you have to work with someone, I hope at least you care something about them, so you don't want them to go off the deep end and you could have done something about it and you didn't. And you should not want anything to happen to you because you have not been aware of your surroundings. So that's something else to look at. Another one, feeling hopeless. You know what? I don't know why I'm here, why bother? I'm doing this Be Your Best Life. I don't know if it's helping anybody, but I spent a lot of time working on it. Maybe I shouldn't even do this anymore. I don't know. My kids, I try to cook Sunday dinner for them. They don't even come by. I just don't know anymore. Okay, did you start feeling that way all of a sudden? Is it out of character for you? You should know how you normally act. And all of a sudden you getting these funny feelings. You're not comfortable with yourself. Are you close enough to someone to talk about it? Just in a conversation. You don't have to tell them, oh, I'm getting ready to go off the deep end. But hey, lately I guess I'm feeling sorry for myself. Kids don't come by as often as they used to. I know they have families. I don't know. I call my friends, but they never call me first. So maybe that person can have a conversation with you and kind of bring you back in. But if you're feeling any type way, and if you look at any source of news, if you listen to any conversation that someone is having around you, you know that mental health has been on the rise ever since COVID. Maybe I know it was around before then, and I don't know if COVID made it worse or people just began to be more aware of it. But we know that it is present, it is serious. So if you're not feeling comfortable, hopefully there is someone that you can talk with, or you begin to pray for yourself if you don't feel like you have anyone to talk to, but there is someone that you can talk with. But get out, go for a walk, go to a movie by yourself. You can go out to eat by yourself, get a good book and read, find something funny on TV. Now, they say laughter is the best medicine. It is. Sometimes when I'm tired and I may just be flipping through the stations, but I find something funny and I have most fun just laughing, just falling out laughing, especially if it's something with Kevin Hart. Oh my goodness. He can make me crack up. But that's a sign that you cannot disregard. You've got to keep it to the forefront. Okay? Another one, this is a good one. Crying for no apparent reason. Always been someone that's very strong. You're the one that's there to soothe other people. When they're emotional, you're always the strong one. You can make them, think about their faith, hold their head up, and it'll be okay. But all of a sudden, somebody blanket you and they just had something in their eye, you start crying. Well, what's wrong? But he looked at me a funny way. That's not usual behavior. That's a sign of something. Something's going wrong. Now, if you're female, you kind of know that that could be something else. But I'm talking to my mothers with sons. I'm talking to my young men. I'm talking to our middle age. So, depending on your situation, your circumstances, it could be a lot of different things. But if it is something that you don't know what you have no idea what it is, and it's something that's out the ordinary, don't disregard it. Even hey, if you got to go to Google University or YouTube University, check it out, do some research, and you can find out, hey, is this unusual behavior? What could this be signs of? You can do the research. Just don't disregard it. That is the essential thing. This is a big one, and I've seen this a lot, and that's withdrawal. Can't talk withdrawal from family members or different activities. Say it was an activity that someone just loved. They love to play basketball. Every time you saw them, they got a ball in their hand, just bouncing, 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 all in the house. Can you not bounce the ball in the house? Just love it. Day in and day out, basketball, basketball, basketball. It could be track. It could be they love music, or hey, the video games. That's a good one. I mean, they play video games so much till you had to take them to get their thumbs checked out. They use those things so much. But all of a sudden, either they don't want to be around family members, they come in the house, and off to their room. You don't see them again till it's dinner time, and then you have to make them come out of their room. Or got basketball, track, the music, the video games. They're not touching them. Now, if someone's not touching those video games and those tablets, something's wrong, right? That could be a sign that something is going on, something that you need to look into. And all of this that I'm talking about, if you tuned in late, is not about mental health. I'm not talking about mental health today. I'm talking about peer pressure, because everybody that you think is your friend is not really your friend. So you got friends, you have foes, and you have peers. And then those peers, they can be either positive peers, because a lot of people, your friends or those around you, will help you or assist you with different things. But then there are also those peers that are not good for you. They are into negative things, risky behaviors, and they will pull you down right along with them. So that's what I'm talking about today, is those peers in your life, and they are either pressuring you to do something, or you're seeing the things that they're doing and you're kind of like on the fence. And so it's like, should I try? Should I not? So this is what I'm talking about today. So those around you, as well as yourself, sometimes will notice the different signs that something has changed. What is that thing? Because, a lot of our kids will not readily come home and say, well, someone is bullying me. Someone takes my lunch every day. You ask them, it's cold. I didn't thought you wore your jacket today. No. You didn't wear your jacket this morning? They know not to lie, so it's like you don't really get an answer. But someone has taken their jacket. Not that they left it anywhere and they picked it up, but they have actually, we used to say jack them for their jacket. So they stole their jacket, pull it off, say, hey, give it to me. If you don't, I'm going to do this to you, that to you. And so they may not come home and say this. That's why it is also very essential that you have open lines of communication with your children, beginning when they're small, and as they get older, it should continue. You should never cut that line of communication off, because they should be able to at least come home and say, hey, Mom, my jacket is gone. Or what happened to it? This guy, he always goes around bullying people, beating them up. Uh, he has a knife, he has a gun, and he took it. So then it's up to the parent how they want to pursue that. But please, parents, have that open communication. But so if they withdrawn, it could be, again, there's something going on. There are a lot of, I don't know about different areas of the country, but I know here in Jacksonville, we have lots of gangs. So is someone in a gang? Are they enticing you to join a gang? Are they making it seem like, oh, it's just so much fun? Oh, we have so much fun. We get to go to dances. We get to ride out. But they don't tell you when they ride out that they're riding out in stolen vehicles and things like that. So are they making it sound so good that you're on the fence? Or do you know better? Your parents talk to you. They've instilled in you what can happen. And you're just like, man, no, I don't want to do it. I know I shouldn't do it, but don't they make it sound like it's fun? Everything that sounds good is not good for you. So you have to be very, very careful. And again, suddenly acting aggressive, or you're acting antisocial. So, like I said, there's somebody that comes home and they're making you laugh all the time because they're so funny. They're so funny to you, telling them, hey, when you go to school, calm it down. Stop trying to make them laugh. Make me laugh when you come home. So they're so funny. But then all of a sudden, they're antisocial. They don't, not talking about making you laugh. They don't even want to talk to you. Or before, they were on the timid or quiet side, and now they're just aggressive. They just got to have the last word. They know everything. They want to tell you how you need to raise their siblings and all of this. Those are signs that you need to pay attention to. Don't disregard them. Please don't disregard them. Okay? And this last one, really, don't disregard this. Making statements about giving up on life. Oh, I wish I wasn't here. And I know people say that if they make those statements, then they don't really want to harm themselves. So you don't really have to worry, but you can't say that, because I think the worst thing in the world would be for someone to say, I don't know why I'm here. I just feel like my life is not worth anything. I don't even want to be here anymore. And you just overlook it. Oh, they'll be okay. And they keep saying it. And you're like, oh, they're going to be okay. Maybe they just want me to pay them some more attention. And then they harm themselves or attempt to harm themselves. Then it's like, oh, I didn't see the sign. Well, it was right there slapping you in your face. They were saying it. Why did you not see the sign? So please, please, please make sure that you're not so caught up and involved in all the hoopla, all the fun things, all the giddy things, that you miss those things that are, like I said, slapping you in the face. They're right there. Attitudes are changing. Characteristics are changing. They're acting like they're afraid. They're more aggressive. People at work, the same thing. Calm, collected. Now they're changing. And peers, we all have peers. So there's no age to this thing. It's little kids, it's teens, young adults, middle age, seniors, more seasoned seniors. So it's everybody. So everybody needs to take heed and not disregard the signs. So if you see something in yourself or someone around you, don't disregard, pay attention, and do what you can. That's all you can do, but do something. So thank you for tuning in. I hope that something I said resonated with you, or someone that you know. So maybe you've been talking to a friend or someone and you're like, hey, this is what my friend was talking about. I had never heard this stuff before. Share the video with them. Tell them how they can go out and look at it. It'll always be on YouTube and Facebook. They can go out and find it. Build Your Best Life with Deborah D. Smith. Please, please, please. And if you can't remember that, www.buildyourbestlife.org, and you can click on whatever site you want to go on. But I'm here because this is my passion. I want to help. If it's not a young man, a mother with a son that needs that encouragement, that needs tidbits to say, hey, I needed that. So hopefully something that I said today will help you as you go along tomorrow and in the future. But thank you so very, very much for tuning in. Please, please, please make sure that you join us on Saturday, the 6th at 9:30 a.m. for Saturday Morning Real. It's going to be PCB. P as in Paul, C as in Charlie, B as in ball. You got to check it out Saturday morning to see what it's all about. So again, that's Saturday morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Central Time, that would be 8:30 PCB. I'll be looking forward to seeing some of you. Again, this year is all about Blueprint for Success. We want to see everybody succeed. This month is about peer pressure, and your peers can cause you to peer pressure can derail that blueprint. So we are looking out for that. But as well, hey, we are declaring Jeremiah 29:11 over your life, and your life, everybody's life. Yes, God knows the plans that he has for you. He wants you to have what? Prosperity and not disaster. And he wants you to have the future that you hope for. So please, please, please design your blueprint based on the plans that God has for you. Follow them and build your best life. And remember, building your best life is our business. That's not a slogan. It's our commitment. I love you. Be blessed. Stay safe. And I hope to see some of you on Saturday. Please make sure that you share. I love you all. Bye-bye. Hi, Peggy. Bye, Peggy.